allow me to clean it all the way up.
That was one of the best moments of the series, so I'm glad that she did that.
She is being a total joy sponge.
Oh, sweetie, let me let you in on something. I met Mr. David Beckham myself.
She said, practice what you preach.
Yes, pretty
Yeah.
much. Patsy attacked Ella.
I mean, I call that girl dinner, but... This is the Sun's Celeb Big Brother Breakdown, where we'll be breaking down all of the action from this year's star-studded series. I'm the Sun's Deputy TV Editor, Felicity Cross, and with me today to get into all the action as we near the end of week 2 is the Sun's Associate Bazaar Editor, Hal Davies. Welcome back, Hal.
Hello.
And I can't believe I'm about to say this. Straight out of the CBB Hall of Fame, Big Brother's resident Late and Live guest this week and the HBIC in every room, it's Tiffany Pollard.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Felicity. Hi, Hal. Hi, everyone.
Okay, Tiffany, quick vibe check before we start. Shoes, old maiden type, or are we going to be friends?
Oh, they're slutty, they're sexy, they're hot. You would go really good down a stripper pole. We're friends.
Okay, that's what I love to hear. We're good to go. Right, so we're going to dive straight in. On that note, who else in that house would go great down that stripper pole?
Oh, I mean, she has a really nice big I want to see Donna go down a stripper pole. Why not? That's a lot of jelly back there, and I'm here for it.
I love that you're really diving straight in here because, look, you've made some comments a little bit like that about Donna on Late and Live, which had a bit of a backlash. So you described her as plus size, and the internet weren't very happy with how it went. Yeah. Do you want to tell me how that actually went in the studio?
Felicity, Hal, allow me to clean it all the way up. When you hear the words plus size, y'all can't just automatically think I'm coming for a girl in a negative way. I literally said I appreciate a plumper woman because I know that I can have a good cuddle with her because I'm always cold. So I need somebody with thicker, warmer arms to hold me. And I would love to order some pizza with Donna and just get a really good takeaway with her. Like, I need a woman that's on my level of eating because I eat like a football player.
Yeah, but you can understand why people thought that you were coming at it from a different direction, I guess.
Nope. I don't understand.
It's nice for you to be able to clear it up, though, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to clear it up. But please don't get all panties in a bunch over hearing the words plus size. Like, I'm a plus size woman in my head. So please, it's not a bad thing.
Have you had fun, though, on Late and Live? It's a good vibe, right?
Oh, my goodness. It's such a party. Like, are y'all coming with me tonight? I hope so. Can I kidnap y'all and y'all just come with me?
Please.
It's always such a blast. Everybody's so nice. Everybody lets me take the lead and say what I have to say, and I love being there.
Yeah, well, we're happy to let you do that today, so.
Thank you.
Who else is your faves? Obviously, you like Donna. Who else are you loving in there?
I really can't take my eyes off of JoJo and Chris. That whole thing that's going on there, it just has me so deeply intrigued. I think she's taking a lot for bringing the house down. Yeah. But I really like Patsy. There's something about her that's not always so negative. I feel like she just has a really somber, resting bitch face. But her hair is real and she's a deep meditator. And I can learn a few things from her, I think. She could help me with my anger issues.
I guess in a house, Hal, let me know what you think about this. It's good to have a different kind of character. Like if everyone was that kind of JoJo, Jazz Hands, Danny, it would just become one note, right?
That's true.
That's so true, but she is so downbeat. That clip of her when she's talking to JoJo in the bathroom and then just leaves the conversation. It's like she can't even be bothered to finish having the conversation. It would be so draining to be around. And I can see why people are putting her up for nomination because it's like, God, it would be tedious being around her, to be honest. I think she is quite funny to watch, but I think to be around her, I would not want to be there.
That's true. And she did kind of call Michael out about his hairpiece. And that rubbed him the wrong way.
Well, to be fair, that was one of the best moments of the series. So I'm glad that she did that. That was her finest moment so far. That's now a TikTok meme, isn't it? So I love that. But
other than that,
we need more of that from her.
Yeah. But she is being a total joy sponge, isn't she? It feels like every room she goes in,
she sucks it right out.
Yeah.
She's a succubus.
Yeah.
Not in the good way.
No. You had some of those in your series back in the day.
Yes.
How do you
yes.
feel like this year compares with your year?
I feel like this year the dynamics in the house are a lot easier to read right off the bat. Whereas when I was in there, I felt like it was a lot of tension. Like I didn't really necessarily get on with people. So I didn't really find my, as you would say, tribe or, the people that my alliance. So that was really, really tough. I feel like this season is a lot more cut and dry. We can see who's with who and who's not and what's going on. So I like that it's a little bit easier to read than the series that I was on because it was just sheer hell.
Do you think that's because people now are better at reality telly and know their strategy and their game plan?
I think so. People are really aware of themselves now, and I feel like you can kind of peg up who you need to be with early on, and it's not going to take as long as it would back in the day when I necessarily did Big Brother. Because it took a long time to figure it out.
Are any of you still in touch from your series? Is there a group chat?
Oh, hell no, girl. They don't want anything to do with me. They hardly wanted anything to do with me when they were living with me. So you think they really want something to do with me now?
Not even a happy birthday?
Oh, well, Darren Day, he was in my DMs recently when he saw how busy I was and things are cooking for me. Don't come over my way now, maybe because your wheelbarrow is low on funds. I'm not paying for your car note, honey.
Yeah. Game plan.
Yeah, something is not right.
Game plans are game planning. So let's jump into one of, I guess, arguably people are saying it's a game plan.
Okay.
Chris, Jojo, Ella, that situation that's cooking. So the one that I want to talk about today is how Ella, so she knows that she's not getting any attention from Chris. She says she doesn't fancy him, but she says that she's not getting back from him what she thought she would. So now it seems like she's trying to get in with Jojo. So the other day she said she would want it, would you be my girlfriend? And she sort of danced around whether she thought maybe she might be a lesbian. And there was that conversation, which was really powerful. Yeah. But some people on the internet are saying that Ella was trying to insert herself in a narrative that she maybe had never really expressed any interest in before. How? I
do sort of feel like, did Ella not put Jojo up for nomination last week?
She did.
She said that she didn't like her. She said that she found her annoying. And look, I know Daily's come out with this whole thing about them being professional reality stars and all that. I do sort of feel like she probably does think, though, look, Chris and Jojo are clearly getting the time here. If I want to be in here, I need to align myself with Jojo because she's the main character in this place. And that's my only way of getting storylines. So that is maybe the skeptical part of me does think that is probably the case.
Can I be frank and honest?
Please.
If a woman all of a sudden tells me that she may be a lesbian and I'm already kind of that way, I'm going to put her on the spot. So what Jojo should have did was take Ella into the loo, and I'm going to leave it alone because I think I'm going to say something real weird and sketchy. But yeah, baby, let me see how you get down. Because what I'm saying is, don't say that just to get in with the clique that's forming because you see me and Chris having all this airtime and you see us really probably having all the press outside of the house and you feeling like you want to get in there. So if you're going to get in there, baby, serve me up and let me see how good you are at being a lesbian.
She said, practice what you preach.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, the streets are saying it felt very clumsy from Ella. Yeah. But look, I mean, hey, this might have suddenly allowed Ella to explore a whole side of her that she was scared to do.
That's true.
In which case, we love that she feels like she's got the space to do that. So we'll see how that goes. Ella again was part of the conversation last night on the show with Never Have I Ever, when Patsy was super annoyed that she was suggesting that a married man had been in her DMs. You must have had lots of men in your DMs.
It is so funny because I will tell you, Felicity, only men that will hit you in the DMs are always married. They're not single, they're tooken, and they shouldn't be in there, but they are in there. And I will tell you this, hell, she was attacked. I feel like Patsy attacked Ella because all Ella said was it was a married man. She didn't say she took his advantage. She didn't even say that she was interested in the advances he was making toward her. She just said married man, and she was just grossed out by that. Like, how is that Ella's fault?
Yeah.
Also, yeah, it's totally not her fault. It's the man's fault to begin with in the first place. But also, Patsy made it sound like she was about to name this guy. It's like, Ella didn't sound like she was going to name him. She just said it was a married man who's in the spotlight.
And if she was going to name him, is it just not freaking time to do it. Like, it's her experience. I wanted her to name. I think everybody at home wanted to know who it was.
Yeah, give us the name.
Yeah, she was so close. But if it was a comfortable environment, she would have let the name slip out.
I bet the producers were like, damn you, Patsy, get her out now.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do we always blame the girl, though, in these situations?
Totally.
Because
not
it's
her.
easier.
Yeah. Other things that were unveiled and revealed during that Never Have I Ever. I just love David Beckham being snubbed for an autograph by Daley Thompson. I mean, Daley just thought it was funny, but God, imagine turning away David Beckham. Have you ever had anyone super famous come to you for a selfie?
Oh, sweetie, let me let you in on something. I met Mr. David Beckham myself.
Yeah.
David Beckham was in Hollywood, California, and he was getting into some beautiful foreign car, and I was on my way to a studio to go film something, and my window was down. And I gave him one of these, and he gave me a wink back, and I was sold on him. He is a gentleman. He was all shined up and glistening, and he had a nice little ball haircut. I believe him when he said Daley was and didn't give him the just proper due.
Should we talk about Daley? Because I feel like now he's up for nomination, Big Brother bosses feel like they can just start showing us all of the bad stuff he's been saying, which hasn't quite made the edit before now. Because I've said on here before, like, Daley has got a bit of a history.
Yeah.
If you look at his Twitter and his Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, there's some problematic stuff on there, I guess you'd say.
Oh, I didn't know.
And now he's making these, I guess you'd call them slightly sexist comments about being in the kitchen and that kind of thing. How would you cope with that, Tiffany, if you were in there with him?
Well, I feel like right now, all the housemates are making a last-ditch effort to make Daley seem interesting. Now we're hearing about how many times he shot put this or how many basketballs he landed into the hoop. I don't even know what kind of sportsman he is.
I was going to say none of that.
Yeah, okay. But they're just naming all these accolades that nobody cares about. Daley is not interesting. But the sexist thing, he said the only thing he knows how to make in the kitchen is a bit of toast and jam. And somebody said last night he needs to grow up because that's not a good, strong meal for a man of his stature.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I call that girl dinner, but...
We can't have been winning bloody gold medals eating that, can he?
No.
Cereal 3 times a day. Come on.
Yeah, no, quite. The other one that I loved was Danny Beard talking about how he'd made pals with Taron Egerton at the BAFTAs. And I loved this because I was there that night. And let me tell you, those two were inseparable that night.
Wow.
To the point where I was just like circling the room, doing my job, chatting, seeing what was going on. And at the bar, Danny and Taron just inseparable, right? Do you think they're still in touch?
I reckon they probably would be friends, right? Like friendly. But I think Taron seems like quite a private guy. But I could see why he would have fun with Danny. I mean, like, it's a fun guy to hang around with. I bet they had a great old laugh.
Yeah, I mean, Danny is a good laugh, isn't he?
And I think the trouble is sometimes, although the BAFTAs seem like maybe a fun thing, a lot of the times they're really boring, quite stuffy. And probably it was like an absolute joy to see someone like Danny there who's actually fun rather than like another stuck-up actor.
Do we think that Chris and JoJo, that situation is going to go anywhere?
I do. I feel like that situation, let me go on the record for saying, is going to go straight to the bedroom because there's a lot of emotions involved. And when you build yourself up that much on getting to know someone, and it's more than just a physical situation, and it's more like they're sharing a lot of time together, back rubs and massages, that's all physical, but there's a lot of conversations that they're having as well. And when you're involved emotionally with someone like that, the next step is just to explore the rest. So I'm here for it. I hope I can be a fly on the wall when they get down for the first time.
And it's with like celebrity Big Brother relationships. I mean, Tiffany, on your series, there was Jeremy and Stephanie.
Yes.
And Stephanie had a boyfriend when she went into the house and then very much got together with Jeremy in there and they ended up having a child together.
Oh, hell, sweetheart, it does not matter if you have anybody on the outside once you're in there. It's a pressure cooker environment. You don't even know yourself anymore once you're in there for the last 3 or 4 days. It's like a new way of life. And if you can lock on to somebody and latch on and there's an emotional connection, oh, honey, you're going to explore that to the fullest because you're not going to die without knowing how good that person could have been in the sack.
And I guess, you know, JoJo's been speaking about her girlfriend a lot while she's in there. But then also there was that whole thing last night about how Chris was saying, well, she's definitely going to spend the night at my house as soon as we're out of here. And I was like, whoa, that's an intense line to
planning.
say.
Felicity, is there not planning going on? We might not know about it, but obviously, why would he know that and be so secure to say that from his chest? Like, oh, she's going to be with me on the first night.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're just going to like do each other's hair, do some face masks.
Sure. It's not like they've been doing that for the last 2 weeks already. But
Okay, so speaking of sexy time, let's just go back to Mickey, right? I know he's left the building.
what is that segue?
Well, it was a sexual comment that got him thrown out, wasn't it?
Okay, right. Yeah, not sexy, but sexual. Okay, fine.
Yeah, forgive me and my deep Big Brother lore here. Have you ever met Mickey?
I did meet Mickey.
Tell us.
Well, I must be a certified celebrity. So far, I've already said hi to David Beckham, met Mickey Rourke. Yes, I did meet him at a very, very popular Hollywood spot on the night of the wrestler premiere when he had won. So he was really, really tensed up. He had about 4 women with him. They were all sleeping with him. You can tell because they were all huddled up. He was doing like a Hugh Hefner type of situation with his little playmates. And he was really, really nice.
Yeah. So are you surprised by how things went for him in the house or saw that coming?
I definitely saw it coming. Mickey Rourke is a force. He's a different kind of energy. Like you really have to like set yourself on just autopilot if you're going to be near him. Meaning he can say anything, do anything, and that's just how he is. But a lot of characters are like that in Hollywood. But I think little Miss Ella was a little bit too young to understand where he was coming from because it was a little bit gross. It was too much for her.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I could turn into her and take that kind of heat because someone that young is not going to get that kind of humor.
Yeah, no. And I guess that he's like could be her granddad. So
Yeah. He's
a
an
bit
older
icky.
gentleman. He should know better, but unfortunately, he probably only works with about 3 brain cells because he didn't even know where he was half the time.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's tricky.
yeah,
Tricky
he's
Mickey.
see now.
How do you think that he got in the house? Because I know that there's all these tests that you have to go through, and there was talk that he'd been trying to get in there for a while and wasn't able to. Like, you know about these checks and measures and that kind of thing.
Well, I think he got into the house because he was dead set giving Gary Busey energy. Like, old man, probably won't bathe or wash. I mean, my goodness, he was brushing his teeth in the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
So he had no manners. And we just love to look at that kind of thing on TV, don't we? Let's just be real about it. But I think what Mickey did that Gary Busey didn't do, he pushed the envelope too far. And I feel like he didn't set himself to the tone to live with others, where Gary knew how to kind of like teeter-totter on that fine line.
He read the room.
Yes, he read the room.
Yeah. Another of the housemates this year that was one of the slightly older ones, and I know that you had an opinion on, was Trisha. Do you want to tell us what happened there? Because it was a little bit like you were misunderstood maybe is what you meant about her.
Well, first of all, Trisha, she is a woman who wants to control the whole entire room. I could not be personally a housemate of Trisha's without getting into it with her every single day. I mean, she is a strong woman. She's going to let you know how she feels. So it would be an HBIC clash with her and I from the very start. And I would love to deliver some harsh reads to Trisha, but in good fun. I mean, obviously, we know Trisha's going through something, and I say that duly noted. But can this woman stand up to someone? Yes, she's too opinionated, and I wouldn't want to live with her.
Yeah, that was another one that you had a bit of a bit of a backlash about.
Oh, I didn't even know, girl. What'd they say about me?
I think that people were just like, Trisha's got cancer, she's a national treasure, leave her alone. But I mean, it sounds like you were like, you're feisty, I'm feisty.
Bless Trisha. She has that particular situation going on, but she's not allowing it to stop her from being how she is. So, I mean, obviously, if she's going to live that way and be that way, she's bold enough to take the heat from me. So I'm going to be honest and live in my truth and say how I feel about her. Why not?
Yeah, fair. I guess that's what people want from reality type situations though, right? Okay, so we've got the eviction coming up tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We've got Daly and Patsy. I think for once, Britain is united on this one thing, that it's Daly's time to leave.
I think so anyway. I mean, I think Patsy has so many EastEnders fans who are going to keep her in regardless of whether she wants to stay or go. Daly, I don't really know who his fans are. Maybe that's me being naive, but he hasn't really given a lot to the house. You know, for all that we've criticized Patsy, she has the wig line. She has the wig line, and she actually has that walking out on JoJo line from last night. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Those two things, let's keep her in.
Yeah.
Daly, I'm afraid it's his time to go.
It is. It's time for him to leave and locate a toothbrush, a proper shirt, a decent haircut, and he needs a rinse. He is too cute in the face to be salt and peppered. And that's a compliment, Daly. You need to really pick yourself up.
Yeah.
And let's get him on MasterChef as well. Give him some cooking lessons. Whilst we're here.
So now we're going to do something fun. We're going to play Tea or Truth with Tiffany.
Ooh.
So you're known for your honesty.
Yes.
But we're going to give you the opportunity today to plead the fifth. And if you don't want to answer, you can take a sip of your tea.
I drank all my tea, so you're going to get all true.
I feel like Tiffany's never passed up on shading someone anyway, so we're all good, right?
Okay, I want to ask you for one word to describe all of this year's housemates.
Got it.
Are you ready? Chris Hughes.
I want him. Oh, that's not one word. Okay. So just say one word. Calculated.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's different from I want him.
Because he's playing a game. He's lighthearted. He's bubbly. He is the type of person that you want to live with, but he is holding back how he really feels about other housemates just to skate under the radar. So that's why I say calculated.
Yeah.
But I do kind of want him still.
Okay, Jack P. Shepherd.
Ooh, okay. Let me be good. One word to describe Jack. Safe. He's playing it safe. He comes in once in a while. I feel like he hasn't really found his tribe. But with that being said, I feel like I can relate to Jack because I'm the same kind of way. Like, you know, you have to really peel my onions slowly.
Nice. Speaking of onions, Daley Thompson.
Funky.
That's too complimentary, I think.
No, unless you meant like whiffy.
Well,
Yeah, funky, dirty, nasty, smelly.
Danny Beard.
Oh, I will say this because after that Gemma Collins monologue in the hot tub, I'm going to say fabulous.
Yes.
Chesney Hawkes.
Wait, Chesney is the one I wanted. So who did I say earlier that I said I wanted?
Chris.
Wait, who's Chris?
Where's Chris?
With
He's behind you.
Oh, I want him too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I said the wrong thing, but yeah, that's who I meant was calculated. Him. He's being friends with that.
Ooh.
Chelsea. He's so cute. He is the one and only. So give
Chesney,
him
he
grace
is.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's playing a really good game. I feel like being around him makes everyone feel good in there, and he really works the room and knows how to make everyone not put him up.
I hear you. Okay.
I saw someone, by the way, compare Chesney Hawkes to Glenn Powell online earlier, and I was like, wow, actually, I really see it.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell off of Hollywood Hunk.
As in Hollywood Ultimate Hunk. I'm like, actually, they look really similar.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a good nose. I want to bite his upper lip. Yeah, he's a cute looking man. He's got a good chest too.
And he's into some funky things. So I feel like, you might see him around.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, we'll talk later. I remember.
Also, sorry to, segue here, but do you think Donna Preston was being actually serious when she said that she saw him in a sex club? Because I'm a bit like, it could be true, but...
I believe every word of that. I can see that. Yeah, because listen, you got to understand, he's a big legend. He had that one hit, and he's probably seen a lot in his life, so he's bored. So when you get bored, you want to go to one of them little sex dungeons.
The boundaries go like this.
Yes, don't they?
Okay, speaking of boundaries, Mickey Rourke.
Oh, my goodness. Fascinating, putrid, disgusting. You know what? But he kind of hot, too, in his own little way.
Oh, Tiffany.
He's probably had about 6 facelifts, to be honest.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. High five you, girl, yeah.
Okay, Patsy.
Wow. I would say Patsy is... Oh, she's gonna drain the energy out of the room. So she's a killjoy.
Yeah.
Is what we say. She's draining. I want to like her, but everybody else is not liking her and they're living with her. So I have to take their word for it. She's like what it is when your cell phone drains out and you're like, oh, that's Patsy.
Angelica Bell.
Who is that? Where is it? What is it? Is it there?
Fine. Ella.
I love me a good woman. She's sarcastic. She's rude. She's always upset. It's like she has a 24-hour-a-day period. That's how I feel in my head all the time. I like Ella. Everything is always wrong with her. It's fun to watch.
We do love a good spiral. Jojo.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I gotta say it. There's only one word that comes to mind when I look at JoJo. Winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. I see her really taking it home this season.
Donna.
Donna, larger than life. Funny. And I mean that in a good way when I say larger than life. That does not mean rude. And she's just bubbly. She's fun. She's entertaining, energetic. And I feel like Donna is really making sure everybody stays upbeat. And she brings the humor. You know, that tomato sauce or that ketchup she had on her finger, it had me going. Because it looked real. And where did she squeeze it from? Like, it was, yeah, she's fun.
It really did. And then Trisha, dare I ask?
Trisha. Oh, well, you know, Trisha's rude. She's mean. She's bossy. Yes, she's intelligent. She's interviewed Nelson Mandela. We don't have to keep hearing that. She's a name dropper. And she just really wants everybody to do things her way. And she doesn't. And I didn't like the way she came at Michael when he was delivering his town hall speech. She was looking for a reason for an argument. Don't look at Michael, look at me.
At Trisha. Okay, one more Michael. He's left, obviously, but good to hear how you think.
Honey, a man that I can go lace front wig shopping with. Oh, that might be his hair. Let me not say that. Okay.
Great hair.
Great hair.
Yeah.
Wonderful hair. A lot of hair. I love a good thick head of hair.
Yeah. I have to say one of my favourite moments last night was Patsy saying the reason she had good hair is because she was always nice to it. She always spoke nicely about it. So, hey, that's me when we leave today.
That's an LA thing, isn't it?
It is an LA thing. You're right.
It is. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, that very neatly, thank you, Hal, brings us to our next little bit. So on the series, we've been hearing a lot about how Patsy and Trisha couldn't possibly get on because one's LA and one's New York, despite the fact that they're both from Britain. So you're an expert here, Tiffany New York Pollard.
Yes.
What we want to do is give you a list of British things, which, let's face it, Patsy and Trisha are, and you tell us whether you think they're New York or LA.
Got it.
Okay? And your word is gospel here. We're not going to argue.
Okay.
I think everything she says is gospel at all
I know.
times.
Thank you.
I know, never going to argue with Tiffany. Okay, right. A cup of Yorkshire tea.
That's British, right?
Yeah.
So,
Is it New York or LA to drink a cup of tea?
well, to me, can I be honest? A cup of tea, that's a punk kind of drink because I need coffee. Give it to me strong. Give it to me black. Tea doesn't have enough caffeine in it. So I'm going to say that's very much LA.
Yeah. Okay, Greg's sausage roll. Do you know what Greg's is yet?
No.
So Greg's is our high street bakery. It's perfect.
Okay.
Nothing they do is wrong. We love it. Perfect, dirty, kind of sausage meat in pastry.
It's down market, though. It's not a highbrow bakery, you know. It's very much grabber on the street.
So a sausage and a delicious hot, warm bun?
Pretty much.
That is definitely New York. We're taking that. That's a New York thing.
Okay, another thing we have is called Marmite, a bit like Vegemite.
Oh,
So you have that like a spread.
Oh, that's the spread. I think that was what was in my bag last night, and they was
Correct.
trying to explain it to me. It was like
Yeah.
a brown sauce.
Yeah.
Yeast spread, yeah.
Yeah. New York or LA.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like it's rich in calories, high in fat. They care about their weight out there in LA, so I'm gonna say that's a New York thing. I'll take it.
Okay. Another thing with brown stuff in, we just obviously love that. Cheese and pickles sandwich.
Cheese and pickle sandwich? There's no meat, no mayonnaise, no tomato? Oh, LA can have that. That's an LA thing.
Okay, rain.
Rain? Well, they say it never rains in Southern California. So I guess we're going to bring the rain to New York. We'll take the rain. We're dirty. We need it. Our streets are horrible.
Okay, last one. We love this in Britain. Queuing.
Queuing? Like cleaning your
No,
ear with a
like
Q-tip?
waiting in line.
Waiting in line?
We wait in line for anything and everything.
Is it worth it? It depends on what you're waiting for.
Usually not, no.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm going to say that's a New York thing because New York is known for having long lines and having to wait even when we don't want to.
Yeah. What about me and Hal? Are we New York or LA?
If I cuss you out, what you going to do?
I'll just nod and go, yeah, fair enough.
LA. Hal, if I cuss you out, what you going to do?
Oh, I'll love it.
LA! you supposed to cuss me back. I love y'all.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, amazing, wonderful, gorgeous. LA. Thank you, Hal and Tiffany, for all your amazing thoughts and hot takes today. Ooh, steaming hot. Remember, you can watch, like, and subscribe to us on the Sun Showbiz YouTube, and you can listen to the Celeb Big Brother Breakdown wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time.